What up, and welcome to Proper Form, Prosperous Form, Chapter 10. In this chapter, we're going to go over marketing, how to get your name out there, how to find clients, how not to spend a shitload of money doing so, and how to make some money. What's the easiest way to market yourself? The hands down easiest way as a trainer right now to market yourself is Instagram. Instagram is the best. First off, your community already follows you. Second off, it's one of the biggest social media platforms that exist right now. So there's a lot of eyes on it. With that, man, all you have to do is be consistent. Show people that this is what you're doing. If you could do that on a consistent basis, people will come to you. For example, they have a story section. Every single day, post something about your training service. How much it costs, what you're experienced in, the whole breakdown. Every day, one time. A lot of people can't do this because a lot of people don't want to be looked at as annoying, which is stupid. Because if you pay attention to commercials on TV, how many times a day do you see a McDonald's commercial? Pretty much every fucking day. You don't buy McDonald's every day, but eventually after the 20th time that you see it, after the 50th time you see it, you go, man, those chicken nuggets are good. Those french fries are good. And you DoorDash or you go get it or something like that. But because they were so consistent, they finally beat you down into getting some. Training is the same exact way. If you could post on your story every day of you training somebody, of you putting your services on there, of you lifting yourself saying, I am a trainer, it will eventually beat somebody down into training with you. Works every time. I have been doing it for years, and people will reach out, and then they'll tell me, because I'll ask them, what made you decide to hit me up? Well, I've seen your post 20 different times, and it finally hit me, and I wanted to train the first time, but just seeing the consistency really motivated me and let me know that you're a very consistent trainer, yada, 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 and then they end up training with you. Then you have a client. Then you can do a group, then you have a group of clients. They resonate your name out there, and then a whole bunch of people are hitting you up. It's just this domino effect that's so beautiful if you're consistent. Other ones, TikTok, YouTube, Facebook, not as strong. These are very much so secondary. Use these as you're using Instagram, use the other ones as well. Facebook still has a local community of people that know you, so maybe that's a good one as well. But the other ones, just kind of getting your name out there. These platforms are great. Like I said, it builds who you are, it builds your services. Besides training, all the other fitness stuff that you're putting out there, you can create sales based on that. I have a company called Jake Shakes where it's a holistic smoothie that I bag up and send to people, and it helps them. So that's just a different revenue stream that I have created. I market it in no other place except the free social media sites. I have made a great sum of money based on that with zero marketing. I think the biggest issue when it comes to marketing is people watch too much Shark Tank and they want to make millions of dollars right away, not realizing that a lot of that marketing eats away at your profit on that $1 million. For me, on the other hand, I would rather make my margins extremely high, make sure I get a fat percentage back. Doesn't have to be $1 million. It could be tens of thousands of dollars. It could be a little bit more than that, whatever the fuck the number is. But my best advice to you would go free as much as you possibly can. And then once you've hit a brick wall, maybe you could dibble dabble, try some other alternatives. But in the beginning, keep it as free as you can. Build your brand and don't worry about what anybody else is doing. Downfalls trainers make in marketing. They usually put money into things in which they won't really see a return. In the beginning stage, There are these apps that try to find young trainers that will tell you, hey, if you allow us to use you and where you train at and your information, we'll find you clients and then take a percentage. You might as well just go get a job at Crunch if you're assigned for these companies, because they're doing everything that you should be doing. They just notice that you're lazy and want to take advantage of your laziness. That's all it is. You could do your marketing yourself for free on all these platforms, and your reach on your personal platform is going to be way stronger than any reach that these stupid ass companies can get. These companies, like I said, are just banking on your laziness. You're a trainer. You're anti-lazy. You're helping people get out of their laziness. So in no avenue should you ever be lazy. You should be taking the bull by the horns. You're an entrepreneur. You do not work for anybody. And go get it yourself. This also strengthens you as an overall human being, in which, besides fitness and your other life endeavors, you will have that base and you will go get it yourself every single time, and you'll be extremely successful. But if you lean on anybody, you're not going to be successful, and you're not going to get the things that you want to get. So my best advice would stay the fuck away from those websites. They do nothing for you. Also, don't pay anybody to do your dirty work. Don't pay a friend that's good with social media, because you're not. Don't pay anybody to make a website for you because you don't need it just yet. Grind. Start from the bottom. You will learn so many things when you do that. If you try to fast track any of that stuff, you're going to pay. More often than not, people that are not patient have to pay top dollar. If you are not patient, you'll pay top dollar on a website. That website you'll never see, or for a long time you will not see a return. So if that website costs you thousands of dollars, until that website makes you thousands of dollars back, you're negative. I don't have a website. I don't need a website at this point. Don't pay somebody to do your social media because you're not good at social media. Get fucking good at social media. Take control of the things that are your brand. Because if you're not taking control of your brand, you do not know what's getting pushed out there. Somebody that you could pay to try to emulate your vision might not emulate the vision in which you want. And then what do? You get a hold of them. Oh, I didn't like it like this. Can you change it? Maybe you got to pay them more to change it. So you're losing money. As a trainer, the one thing I hate to see the most is trainers at any stage losing money on shit that they shouldn't even be paying attention to. And these are a bunch of them. So don't lose money on stupid things. I have been doing this for 11 years. I have no other job besides this. I've never paid anything in marketing. If I could do it, you could easily do it, because I'm here helping you figure out a concrete path in which you could do it. How I marketed myself in the early days of my career. You have to do things that people don't want to do to become successful. People have too much ego. They don't want to do a lot of things. They don't want to be on a lot of platforms to become successful. The first ever platform that I was ever on was Craigslist. They had a training section, an educational section. I created an ad, put it on there. At that time, it was free to do that. When I put it on there, I found some of the coolest clients to this day that are pretty much like family members on Craigslist. A lot of my counterparts, a lot of people that were in the training field, snubbed their nose at it, thought that they were above Craigslist at the time. Those people do not do this job anymore. Find those free, cheap marketing tools like a Craigslist or something of that nature. Maybe it's a Nextdoor app. That's free. You could put your services on there. That is now the version of Craigslist in which people in your local area can get a hold of you. Try that out. Let's see what ends up happening. A lot of people won't do that. You should be the first one to do it. And I bet you'll find some amazing clients. Facebook was a big one because Instagram didn't exist yet. A lot of other platforms were dying, and Facebook was the one. I guerrilla marketed the shit out of Facebook. I would go through every single person that I knew and message them about my services. Are you looking for a trainer? Do you know somebody that is looking for a trainer? If so, here's my pricing. Gave them the whole spiel. Cut and paste a spiel and send it out to the masses. If you can guerrilla market, I'm sure you'll fish one or two people and you're making money now. And if you do that, at least don't bombard them too much. Maybe every 6 months, go back to the well, because that person 6 months ago that wasn't looking for a trainer might be looking for one now. Maybe 3 months, do it in that quarterly system. Every 3 months, kind of send that same email out, see if anybody's looking. And who gives a shit about bothering people? People have a short memory span. If you bother them today, they forgot about it tomorrow. So don't worry about that. You're pushing out positivity. If somebody doesn't like that, fuck that person. Word of mouth became huge. As you get a couple clients, as you're doing the job in which you should be doing, people are happy, people are willing to talk about you and send you clients through word of mouth. So don't take any of those for granted. Really push and really try to find as many free engines as you possibly can to get your name out there. Put your ego aside for profitability. Your ego will destroy your brand and everything that you represent. Your ego will hold you back. Your ego will think that you're too good for something. And I'm here to tell you that's all bullshit. If you cannot subside your ego for your profitability, for your career, this just isn't the place for you. You're not the star of the show. The client is. So you shouldn't have too big of an ego if you're taking a back seat and you're allowing your client to shine. It destroys, like I said, career and profitability. I've seen so many egocentric trainers. The space within itself is all egocentric. It's people that look at themselves in the mirror more than their counterparts look at themselves in the mirror. It's people that are ex-athletes that feel screwed, that are trying to still just get that itch of stardom, that itch of fame scratched. There's a lot of people that don't give a shit about their clients and they give a shit about themselves. And those people are broke as fuck. I've seen it. I've been doing it for 11 years. These people get out of fitness, get back into fitness, try something else, go this way, go that way. They look like circus monkeys. They don't look like stoic trainers in which people come to you for fitness advice and life advice. And that's where you should be leaning more towards. If you can lean more towards that, you get your time back and you make a lot of good money. If you can't, then you're going to be screwed. And my best way of letting you know how to get there is by starting from the bottom. Start from the grassroots. Find those free search engines. Find free ways to market yourself and get stronger and get better. If you can do that, I guarantee you will have a successful career. If you try to fast track, if you try to pawn it off to somebody else to help you out, you will not appreciate the process and it's going to be a short-lived career. With that being said, listen to this again. Maybe after that, listen to it another time and really soak it all in. Get all the information that you possibly can. Peace.